Well, hello, good evening, and welcome to the Virtual Racers Club. It's another Saturday night, and I am back. I hope you've all had a lovely weekend so far. It's not been so bad for myself. Not been doing too much. But we're here for the here and now, and this is the WRX Challenge Season 6, and methinks. Yes, it is, and we are at round 5, and I'm not going to lie, I am thoroughly looking forward to this, because we're in the snow. We're in the snow. Who doesn't like a bit of snow? Who doesn't enjoy a bit of snow? We're at Lake Louise, you can see up there, there's a brand new track that came not too long ago, I believe. I can't remember when it was around, but it was introduced, and we've not had a race on here yet, but now we're starting to break the ice. No pun intended. So, this is round 5 of the WRX Challenge. So, what these guys do is they take the Subaru Impreza the Isle of Man TT around several tracks over a 10-round championship, I believe. You know the gist by now. They've all gone round. They've had 4 rounds so far, and that table is looking very, very feisty. So before we go down the grid, let's go through the table. So at top at the moment so far is Homesick Alien with 215 points, starting to run away with it now, Homesick. So it's all him to lose now. So what will happen today? Is he going to have a firm grip on it, or is he going to lose some ground? We'll have to wait and see. In second is Ensign Hewitt on 132 points, doing incredibly well this season so far. I think it's his highest sitting in a table so far. So is he going to be able to keep up this good form of run? This run of good form, even. Oh dear. And in third, we have Bazza on 125 points. So, not much in between himself and Big Dan and chap in fourth, who we'll get to in a minute. So, is he able to keep up this good run of form? That's what I'm looking for. I can do English. In fifth, we have Bunny with 122 points. So, there's literally only 3 points separating third, fourth, and fifth. Totally. So, Bazza, Coy, and Bunny in their own little championship fight. They're not all that far behind Big Dan either, so it's all to fight for in their eyes. In sixth is Rido on 118 points. In seventh is Skyjacker on 117 points. Only 1 point separating those two, so that's all to play for as well. Not all that far away from second either, so that's probably worth keeping an eye on that side of the championship. In eighth, we have Pat with 97. Made a huge leap from the previous rounds. Oh, no, that's a different series. I do apologise. But he's still doing quite well. Handful of podiums. You rarely see him on the podium. So are we going to see him there again today? He does seem to do quite well on off-tarmac tracks. Try saying that 5 times fast. So is today going to be another good round for him? In ninth is Scary Rambo on 74 points. Mrs. Guesty is 10th with 71 points. Guesty, Mr. Guesty, is 11th on 66 points. 12th is Jokers on 47 points. 13th is Anton Poika on 44 points. The current champion, last season's champion. Not doing so well, but he has missed 3 rounds, so that's all his drop scores taken for. So if he wants to keep his hands on that title, he'll definitely have to make up lost ground. But it'll all come into play once those drop scores kick in, so that's going to be interesting to see if he keeps making returns. 14th is Perchon with 40 points. 15th is Thingamajig with 37 points. He's missed the last 2 rounds, as has Perchon. 16th is Kindfoot on 22, but so far we've only seen him in one round and hasn't made an appearance yet. I wonder if he will today. And 17th is Norcus on 0, but he hasn't turned up once. So it's all to play for in that championship. It's going to be very exciting between second. Maybe Homesick could drop a few points, just bring himself back into that lovely, lovely little battle that's going on behind him and really spice things up. But who am I to say? So here for round 5, because it's on the snow. Look at it. Look at it. Where was I? Yeah, round 5. It's a triple sprint, no pit stops required, so it's just literally a straight-on, full metal sprint from start to finish. It's 3 races, and I think it's going to be 15 minutes a race. And they have done a 10-minute qualifier, I believe. So should we have a look and see how it all turned out? Look at the beautiful mountains in the background. What a beautiful place to put a track. I know I'm not sure on Canadian geography, so I know it says it's in the Canadian Rockies. There's a big clue there on the big sign up there. So I'm not sure exactly where that is, but it's definitely a view to behold. Very beautiful place. Very beautiful. And it's our first time here as well. So it's the WRX that breaks the ice with Lake Louise. So let's have a look and see how they fanned out. And that is a very, very strange way of lining up on the grid, but we can see them all clearly, and this is going to be a definite challenge of working out who is where, because I'm a blithering idiot and I will most probably forget things. But the current state of time, the more important factor on pole is the current champion, Anton Poika, car number 1, takes pole in the first race in the snow, coming back with a bang. And is he going to make a massive impact here? The Finnish driver, in his natural element, not natural country, but his natural element, the snow, he's definitely going to be a force to reckon with in this round. In second is Bunny, our dirt driver, our off-roading driver in real life, showing his skills that he can do it on the dirt and the snow, so he'll definitely be one to watch out for today. And I've just noticed, come down here, look at the stud on the tyres. Look at the attention to detail. All the little studs there. Lovely attention to detail. It's absolutely amazing. I mean, it's wonderful that we can have tiny little details like that, but nothing new that's relevant putting in. Poloni Digital. Oh, I do apologise. I don't know where that came from. Moving on, rant over. In third is Koika, showing very strong in his championship fight with Baza, Ensinuit and Skyjacker, so he's taking first blood already with third on the grid. Can he capitalise on it? In fourth, the current championship leader, Homesick Alien, shown that he's not particularly strong in off-roading. He did win one of the races at Sardinia in the dirt, but wasn't able to fully capitalise on it, so is he going to prove me wrong and show that he can be just as formidable on the snow as he can be on the track? In fifth, I've got to come back on the back here. That is Perchon, I believe. I'm not very good with numbers. Yes, it is Perchon. In fifth place, it's a good start for him. And he's further down the table. Where is he again? I've lost it. Oh, there he is, 14th. So he's showing that he can be just as formidable on the dirt as anybody else. I wonder what he's going to be bringing to the table. In sixth, I believe it is. Yes, in sixth is Big Dan. He's definitely been putting his drifting skills to the absolute limit here on the snow. We're going to be seeing him go sideways all the time, but it's the direction he likes, being sideways. It's a bit of a crime if you see him in any other direction. Then 1, 2, 4, 6, 7th. That is the Belgian Bullet Bazzer. down in 7th. That's not going to be good for his championship fight with his main competitors around him, all in front of him as well, barring Skyjacker. There's no sign of Skyjacker yet, and that's going to be interesting to see if he has turned up. And Rido as well. We can't forget Rido. And speak of the devil, speak thy name and he appears. It is Rido, all the way down in 9th. So, well, his dirt racing skills going to be coming into effect. Then in 10th, zooming back out here, that is Halves. Halves in 11th. Is he going to be able to make a fight for it today? And then 12th, that is Pat. We've seen him do well on the dirt, should I say. He can do well on the dirt. Is he going to do just as well today? And then at the back is Guesty. Not looking good for him so far to make way in his championship fight. There doesn't appear to be anybody else here, so we are missing Skyjacker and Mrs. Guesty as well. There are a few names missing from this, but just because there's missing names doesn't mean that we're going to be missing some action. So let's get these boys underway, and who's excited for this? I know I am. You've got to love it. Wait for the start. It's going to be a slow start to go with on this snow, but once they get going, that is it. They are going to be bullets. So let's get this on with 3, 4, it's 5 lights, and oh no, that's Scary Rambo. That's jumped to the start already, so that's not good for him. Meanwhile, they all get away cleanly as part of Scary Rambo, and Anton Poiker manages to hold off the lead so far with Bunny looking on the outside, and here comes Homesick Alien jumping perch on already up into, oh no, it's chaos already. There's cars going left, right and centre off the track. It's chaos already, and it's beautiful as Anton Poiker manages to hold off the lead, and here comes Homesick Alien having a look on the outside of Bunny, but it's no good, and going through sideways. Lovely jubbly. So far at the moment, Homesick has managed, I'm going the wrong way, Homesick Alien has managed to jump Koi Carp into 3rd place, but Koi's only gone down to 4, so it's not that bad of a start for him, and Anton Poiker is taking off. He's already got a massive lead to Bunny in 2nd, then it's Homesick in 3rd, Koi Carp managing to stay out of him 4th, the cars can't find any of the grip, Big Dan moving up into 5th, and Rido is down to 6th, and Harvey appears to be the biggest mover. He was 2nd to last. He was 9th, if I remember correctly. So Harvey's managed to move up considerably well. Baz is down into 8th. Not the best start for the Belgian Bullet. 9th in for Guesty and Perchon. And Pat is in 11th, trying to make up what little ground he probably could. Come on, Pat, you know what to do. You can drive on dirt. You can drive on the snow. So Anton Poiker appears to be running away with it. Look at the gap he's already created to himself and Bunny. Bunny not able to find his feet in the dirt as he can in snow. And look at it, it's going particularly sideways. That was a bang. Was that Anton Poiker hitting the barrier? I don't know. But Bunny literally sideways going through that corner. It just goes to show how little grip there is out there. You can hear the engine absolutely screaming in punishment, looking to get any form of grip it can. Meanwhile, he's being chased down by Homesick Alien. Homesick having a comfortable lead on the championship so far, so he can't afford to lose too many points. And look at the gap between 1st and 3rd. That gives you an indication of just how dominant Anton Poiker could be in the snow, or is that me putting the curse on him already? But Homesick is being caught by Koi Carp. Koi Carp can be quick as well in the dirt. We can't forget that. He can get it sideways just as good as anybody else. So is he going to make any form of impact in the snow? Meanwhile, Rido has moved up to 5th. He's overtaken Big Dan. Chances are it was in the previous corner. I did see 3 go into that one corner, and Rido appears to have come off better off, and Harvey's overtaken, and he's flying. He's literally flying. That should be sponsored by Red Bull, because that thing had wings. Looking like he's trying to break the sound barrier going through at speed. Absolutely beautiful, and this has turned out to be an absolutely cracking race, and we've only done 3 minutes. Big Dan down into 7th. And there's a big ramp at the end. Let's see if we can get on. Let's see who's further back here. Pat, we're going to have a look at this big jump coming down. He can't quite show, and over we go. Beautiful. Well done, Pat. Anton Poika, though, absolutely running away with it. He's got the fastest lap so far with a 54.9, and it's a shame I haven't done this track myself, otherwise I'd know how quick that was. And I think they are on the shorter version, I believe. From what I remember, it looks like to be the shortest one, so a 54.9. I don't know if that's impressive or not, so I'll just give Anton Poika the credit and say, yep, that's incredibly quick, well done. But Bunny can't seem to be making any form of dent in that lead of Anton Poika's previous 57.0. And telling the lap times of 56, a 55 and a 57 just how difficult it is. Oh no, Bunny's hit the barrier and he's completely spun it out. Is Homesick going to get through? Oh, but he has caught it up, and now Bunny's going to have to fight off that second place. Poor Bunny. Just absolutely no grip out there whatsoever. Even the studded tyres proving that they are absolutely no help in the snow whatsoever. So now it clearly looks like that we are going to have a battle for second. Anton Poika's done and dusted already. He is gone, and it's going to be an absolute wonder of a blunder if Anton ruins this now, but I don't think it will. He's in the snow, he's driven a lot in snow, and that's Koikap having a look at Homesick Alien, but he just can't get the power down to make the move count. There's a little bit of a collision, and I think we can let it off on this one because they might as well be driving on ice, because that's how much or very little of grip there is out there. You can see that the cars are just weaving left and right, looking for the best possible grip, and oh no, that's Homesick going wide, but so is Koikap as well. He just can't get the traction down to get him out of the corner. So Koikap knocking on the door of the podium, but he just needs to keep it neat and tidy as best as you can in the snow, get the back end out. And here we go, back down into fifth. We can see that Rito and Harvey are actually having a little scrap of their own. And this is for fifth place, and this is why I'm a bit of a fan of off-track races, because it mixes everything up. We normally get people running away with races half the time, but then oh no, that was Rito had ghosted at some point. He must have been going too slow, and Harvey can't capitalise on it. He's spinning the back end out. He just can't get the traction like everybody else. But this is a definite fight on their hands with these two, and Big Dan all on his own at the moment. A little mistake from the two ahead of him, and he's going to be back into it. Meanwhile, back here we can see that Bazza in 8th. He's got a head of perch on, so he is making up a little bit of ground. But oh no, we got a yellow flag. Who is it this time? I can't tell who it is. Everyone seems to be in order, so it might have just been a little blip on GT7. As you can see, Homesick Alien, the alien on the track, is a pedestrian off the track, and even the master is struggling to control that Subaru on the snow. And it would appear that Anton Poika is literally the one that you need to turn to on how to drive on the snow. He has completely run away. He's not that far behind, lapping Pat, I think, who's in last place, but we'll have a quick run down and see how everyone's doing. So far at the moment, Anton Poika with a universe and a half of a gap between himself and Bunny, who's in second place. I'm not even sure if they're going to be using DRS. I suppose they could do down the straight, but that's just going to loosen the back end even more than what is not already there grip-wise. We've got a fight here for the bottom step of the podium between Homesick and Koikap. That's one we'll definitely have to keep our eyes on. Meanwhile, Harvey has gone ahead of Rito, so he's in 5th place. So this is going to be a good chunk of championship points for him to help him further up in the table, as long as he keeps it out of the barrier. He's gone a bit wide a little bit, and here comes Rito, who is in 6th place. Snapping that back end out, as you can see. Just not getting the back ends out just in time. We've got another yellow flag. This time it's Homesick Alien. Oh no, the alien show. Oh no, it's absolute calamity on ghosting at the proper time, and Big Dan just manages to ghost and go through in just at the same time. But poor Homesick Alien is showing that he's probably not a fan of this track. I can't imagine he'll be a big fan of it either. He'll probably be cursing, swearing, and whatever it will be under that helmet, but probably loving it at the same time. Who am I to know? I can't read minds, even though this is in the past. And then we've got Rito in 7th. So he's dropped as well because he was fighting half fifth, I believe it was. So Rido has dropped as well. And then there's Bazza in eighth. Does he look like he's going to have a Megan Rear? And here comes Perchon sliding through, going round the inside of Bazza. A beautiful move. Beautiful control there from Perchon. Just putting the right amount of accelerator power on, not making the wheels grip as best as he can. As you can see, there's just so much understeer from these cars on the snow. It's just going to be such a fight for every single bit of grip that they can get. So Bazza is down to 9th and poor Pat is in 10th, and not that far behind him unfortunately is Anton Poika, who currently has the fastest lap with 54.2. That's blistering place. Absolutely rocket ship pace on the snow. Anton Poika showing that he can be the absolute master off the track as well as on it. And it looks like today is going to be Anton Poika's day if he can keep up this form of pace. It's like he's going to make massive headways in that championship. Get massive gap between himself and Bunny, so we'll keep an eye on him. There's Koikap in third as well. This could be is he on course to get himself another podium? He doesn't get a lot of podiums. He gets a fair amount, but not as many as most of his competitors ahead of him. So this will be taken beautifully and graciously by Koikap. Harvey's now in fourth. This is going to be an absolute jump and a half for his championship battles with all his competitors. And here comes Big Dan, our Drift King master. He loves to get it sideways, and here you go. You can see why. Beautifully drifts the car around, making the engine scream to just give him as maximum acceleration out of the corner. I'll tell you what, why don't we have a look in here and just see the master of the sliding up, where you can see he just catches the inside, swings, lets it slide out onto the inside. Beautifully done. As you can see, there's just no grip from these cars whatsoever. They're turning as hard as they can, but the car just does not move. Look at that beautiful is it the Scandinavian flick? That's what I'm looking for. It's a good trick to have if you can do it. The Scandinavian flick, it's just where you come into the entrance of a corner, just flick it left a little bit just to upset the rear end, and then immediately flick it right. Let's go over this jump again while he's chasing the halves. Here we go. Whee! Beautifully done. Now is he going to do the flick? Oh, there we go. Just, oh, has he done it a little bit too much? He catches the inside, but well held down. Very well done. Showing us all how it's done. Although technically, I suppose we should be looking at Anton Poika to see how it's done, but he's way in front, so we won't bother him. Meanwhile, Homesick Alien down in 6th. It was on the doorstep of the podium for 3rd. He was on it, but just one small mistake, and the snow and the car has severely punished him for it. So this is looking like it may be one that Homesick is wanting to put to bed, because here comes Rido catching Homesick Alien, and this is what I find the beauty of off-track racing, is that guys that you wouldn't normally see duking it out with the aliens can duke it out. And as we look back here, we can see Bazza and Perchon having a lone little battle of their own. You can see, oh no, Bazza's lost the back end, but a little push from Perchon has put him in the right direction. Whether that was an accident or intentional, Perchon being the absolute gentleman, going, no, you go this way, sir. That's how it's done. So Perchon moving up into 8th place. Just a bit, I'd have thought he might have been a little bit faster off the dirt, but never mind, as we're getting blue flags, because here comes Anton Poika. That's how quick he is. He's already lapped Pat, and now he's about to lap 9th place Bazza. He's just beautifully controlling that car, showing his expertise in the snow, showing his vast experience. He's even got the DRS open. That's the size of the ghoulies on this Finnish driver, that he's using the DRS wide open at every chance he's got, and he's making no mistakes whatsoever. Absolutely beautifully well done. Looks like this round is going to be all his. 13 minutes already. Where has that time gone? I guess this is what I get for enjoying myself in watching a little bit of carnage and some beautiful snow rallying. I don't care what anybody says, this is rallying at its core. So Bunny, look at the size of the gap. He's just coming around the last corner now, whereas Anton Poika is already round the big big right-hander to start with, a long right-hander. He's already there. Bunny's just about to do the start-finish straight. So how much of a gap he has to Anton, so it's all going to be Anton's to lose today, I wonder. Koikap in third as well, knocking on the door of the podium. Is this going to be another rare podium for him? I'd love to see it. Harv as well in fourth. Let's not forget. And he's got Big Dan for company as well, so Big Dan finally finding his feet in the snow. I'll be just having a look at the right hand side to see where Big Dan is as they go over the jump together. There's a little bit of a bang, there's a bit of a clatter, but they keep in the right direction. But they want to stay out the barrier as best as they can, because here comes the alien. And beautifully done. Harvey goes round on the outside and Big Dan stays on the inside, and that's just how much of a gap Harvey managed to get by sliding onto the outside. He's got a bit of breathing space between himself and Big Dan, so Big Dan just literally pulls himself together and be able to get himself back in his... Oh no, and here comes the Homesick Alien. I will say them right eventually. Here comes Homesick Alien, and he's taken 5th place from Big Dan. So is Homesick now finding his stride in the snow as he found the secret finish technique? He's cleared the barrier, but so did Dan, and I don't know where Harvey is. He's going around the outside, so Homesick goes in on the inside for 4th place and is now starting to make up lost ground. And to be fair, he's already got a big gap in 2nd place, so he's got some breathing space between us, so I'm sure he probably won't mind. So Harvey is now down into 5th, and Big Dan is in 6th. Maybe pushing that Subaru maybe a little bit too hard to get us place, but here we go around the first corner, beautifully well held, and we go into the final lap, and Bazza has just crossed the finish line. Here comes Pat as well, but I don't know who's next. It's Bunny. So Bunny is going to come home in 2nd place, well fought, proving that the Finn is no match. Finn, he has, hang on, I'll get this right, that the dirt racer has no answer to the Flying Finn as Bunny comes home in 2nd. Here comes Koikap, who's about to knock the door down of the podium, king of doors, and he's 3rd. Well done, mate. And here comes Homesick Alien. He has managed to hold off onto that 4th place, so this is going to be a small amount of points for him, but it's going to be good enough to keep his championship well and truly lit. There we go. Homesick 4th. Harvey comes home in 5th. Big Dan in 6th. And Anton Poik across the line again already. Perchon has gone in 7th. And Rido going incredibly slow. I don't know if he's got a technical issue. You can see the hazards are on. Is there a technical issue on Rido's half? But never mind. It's coming home in 8th place. And we shall pause it there. Wowzers. Wow. What a first race. This is just a little bit of a small little teaser of the kind of race we're going to be having. The chaos. It's beautiful in all of its glory. So let's have a look. Yes, Anton Poiker did cross the line again, so he's done an extra outlap of everybody else. But nonetheless, Anton Poiker showing the absolute business today. Getting it all done. Actually, you can see it opens up over the barriers over there. That's quite interesting. I wonder, is that part of the track? Questions for later. So Anton Poiker comes home in 1st, looking to make up lost ground in the championship. Bunny comes home in 2nd. It's a good 2nd as well. All in his fight of getting back up on the championship table. And 3rd for Koikap, another podium for him. He relishes every podium he gets, and it was well earned today. Homesick Alien in 4th. We've got Harvey in 5th. That's a good haul of points for him. Big Dan in 6th as well, somewhere within the snow. The Drifting King not finding his feet just yet, but give it a chance. He might come back into it again. We've got Perchon as well in 7th. We've got Rido, soon to cross the line in 8th. We'll let you do that, don't worry, mate. Bazza in 9th. Probably not the result he needed. That's Big Dan gaining more points in his little fight with the championship with him. So, may want to look up ground for the next race, hopefully. And then Pat bringing it home in 10th. Not in 10th. Bringing it home in 10th. Probably not the race he was hoping for, but like I said, maybe he could come back into it later on. We know he can do well off the track, so maybe he'll find more feet in the second race. So we'll crack on with that, and we'll let Rito finish the race. Here we go, and across the line. Well done, Rito. Ooh. Let's go to race 2. I want race 2. Oh, there's fun and joys. No, that's not it. That's what I want, and that's what I want. So in we go. So while that's loading, why don't we have a look and see what everybody's up to. Hello, we've got Koi Cap in the chat saying evening. Well, good evening, good sir. And we've got Ensign Hewitt as well. Evening, good sir. I had to drive on chase cam to work out one of... Oh, don't look at the result. Don't look. Don't. Eyes closed. Stop it. There we go. We're done. Right. Cracking on. What was it? Yes. Ensign Hewitt, evening. Hello, good sir. I had to drive on chase cam to work out what on earth was going on in this round. Yes, I can imagine so, mate, because let's face it, it's snow, it's beautiful, because anything can happen. Oh, what was that show where it says, in this show, anything can happen, and it normally does. I can't remember what was that from. That's going to be bugging me all day now. Anything could happen. On this show, anything could happen, and it usually does. If somebody can remind me what that is from, so I can ignore this stupid little voice in my head telling me, you know where that's from. Hello, you know where that is from. You just need to think it. If somebody could shut that up for me, that would be marvellous. Oh, speaking of as well, Big Dan again saying, I like going sideways, as we all know, but this was something else. Oh, come on, mate. It's still going sideways. It's the snow. There's nothing wrong with it, and I'm not going to lie. I look forward to my first race on the snow, but unfortunately, I don't know when that will be. Rally X Season 3. Oh, where did that come from? Oh, pardon what? Oh, excuse me. That came out of nowhere. So, let's have some more carnage. Round 2. Round 2. Oh no, we want that, don't we? So, race 2 is a reverse grid of the results of race 1. So we have Pat on pole, then Bazza in second, Rito third, Perch on fourth. Rito finished all the way down there. Perch on in fourth, Big Dan in fifth, Harvey in sixth, Homesick Eddie in seventh, Koi Carp in eighth, then Bunny in ninth, and then Anton Poika in 10th. But I can guarantee that probably won't be lasting much longer. So before... Oh, anything can happen, and it usually does as a classic Murray Walker quote. Oh, Murray Walker. I thought it was from a TV show. Oh, bugger me. Oops, should I have said that? Whoops. Murray Walker, of course. How could I forget Murray Walker? It's like sacrilege. Ugh. I need to douse myself with bleach for forgetting something like that. Ugh. Anyway, enough of my useless memory knowledge. Let's crack on with round 2. Let's have some more chaos. So, round 3, we've got 4, we've got 5. Wait, and off we go. And did Rito jump the start? I don't think he did. It was a cracking start from Rito. He managed to get it all the way to the front already. So Rito got an absolutely beautiful start, but Pat's on the inside. And, Rito selects the inside. He's hit the barrier. Oh, no. Not what he needed for the start of this race. He got a beautiful launch off the start and just inadvertently ruined it by hitting inside. So Pat managed to hold off to first. With Perch on in second, we've got Big Dan coming through for third, and here is Anton Poika already jumping from last to now fifth, towards fourth, but clearly showing that he knows what he's doing when he comes. Whoa, that was a batter and a half from Bunny. Not quite sure what happened there, but we'll go back and see what happens, because We are professionals here. We don't look at the calamity and battering that happens on just the good old racing. So poor Anton Poiker has dropped down to last, but I can't imagine he'll be staying there for long because he's going to be coming through like an absolute rocket. And Big Dan has taken the lead. He has taken the lead from Perchon. Where has Pat gone? He must have made a small mistake. The car is wiggling left, right. That's what the soldiers do. We don't do things like that. And they all slide out on the inside, and Perchon now takes the lead, and Koikap is now knocking on the door of second place. Is he able to hold it? Yes, he can. So in one corner, Big Dan drops from first to third. It's probably not what he wants to see, but he can always make his way back. Homesick Alien in fourth. We can see Pat and Harvey having a little bit of clattering together. So Harvey managed to hold off in fifth place. We've now got Bunny in sixth. Not making the impression I thought he would, but then again, he did have a massive collision with Anton Poiker, which sent him further down. But I can guarantee we're going to see that Finnish rocket come through anytime soon. Bazza in seventh as well. Probably not too happy with this round, and probably wanting to be putting it to bed pretty soon. Never mind, you still got this race and one more race, and then it's all over and done with, and which Basil will probably saying thank God. Rido now in eighth after that massive launching start that he did. Unfortunately missing it on the first corner, and that's Bunny on the inside, so he's having a bit of a mare on this race as well. And there's Anton Poiker. He's already caught up Pat and overtaken Pat. Poor chap, not having a break on this one. And yep, you can imagine that Anton Poiker's just going to steamroll his way through. Bit of calamity with Bunny once again, and we're going to see, no, he just avoids it by the skin of his teeth, as Anton Poiker already looking to set the fastest lap, and he is off. He's up. Whoa, that was Bunny hitting the barrier head first. Probably a good job that this is only a an avatar of himself. Otherwise that would have been a probably big headbang. But meanwhile at the front, Perchon managing to hold off the lead so far, soaking up that pressure from Koikap. As you can see, they all just slide out onto the inside. That first corner is proving to be a very tricky devil when it comes down after that big long straight and then the big braking area, but there's no tyres that can hold on to the grip. So Koikap having to really work his magic to see if he can knock on first place. Is he on set for another podium, I wonder? And my controller's not moving. There we go. Big Dan is in third. Can he hold it off third as well? He was close to the podium last time around, but just a small error and it just knocked him down a little bit. Oh no, that was Homesick. And then there's Harvey. I can't even remember who was doing what in the first race now. This is so much fun. That might be just my memory. So Harvey on fourth, and he's knocking on the door of the podium. Is he going to knock it down, I wonder? And Harvey actually getting the fastest lap with a 56.4. He means business in round two. Beautiful. Homesick Alien in fifth place. And he's got Rido for company once again. They had a little skirmish themselves in race one. Are they going to have a repeat or in race two, I wonder? And Baz has moved up to seventh. So is he finding his feet now, I wonder? Speaking of finding feet, there's Bunny as well. He might be finding his feet as well. Just have a little clash with the barrier on this side, and here comes Mr. Anton Poiker. He's having a look on the outside. These two had a bit of a bang at the start of the race. Are they able to keep it? Yeah, there we go. Whoa, and now he has one with Bazza, and he's spun himself round. This is not what Poiker needs. Oh, poor Poiker, he had it all under control. It was all for him, and here comes Pat. So Anton Poiker will once again have to do the work all over again, and Koikap's now got the lead. But Perchon now has the lead. He has the lead. He has the lead. You get a lead. I get a lead. We all get the lead. It's wonderfully done. They did that on the Chinese qualifying, didn't they? But it was pole position. So these guys are obviously replicating the Chinese Grand Prix pole position, but in the race. And so far, Perchon's able to hold them all off. With Koikap in second and Big Dan in third. They're all fighting it out for the places on the podium. One small mistake, and Harvey's going to make them punish for it because he is... Don't lose it now. Don't lose it now. Oh, he's hitting barriers left, right. I didn't even say it that time, so you can't blame me, mate. Don't be blaming me. Meanwhile, Homesick Alien in 5th. He's still having to fight off Rito. Rito applying every small amount of pressure he can onto Homesick Alien, but the experience of Homesick soaking it all up, just trying to maximise the car as best as he can. Obviously not a big fan of snow, or probably dirt racing even, but we love it really. Still not big. There's Rito as well, and Bunny's up into 7th as well. So Bunny not making the impact I thought he would be, down in 7th, or is he just mellowing out a little bit after the chaos of the first few laps and just getting back into his stride, letting the experience kick in? There's Anton Poiker in 8th, so he's already overtaken Pat and Bazza. So, oh, we've got yellow flag. Who is it? I don't know. I can't see who it is. Nobody's talking. Yes, it's Homesick Alien. Oh dear, poor Homesick Alien. Not having. Oh, there we go. Sorry. Homesick Alien not having the best round so far. Now he's got Anton Poiker for company, and you just know that Anton Poiker is going to make easy pickings of Homesick Alien. He's just got the fast lap of 54.1. This man is on absolute rockets. And we've got another yellow flag. Is it? It might be Bunny. I think it was Bunny. Bunny coasting out a little bit, who's moved up into 5th. And oh, there comes Homesick Alien. It's all fighting it out. It's scraps left, right and centre. They're just picking off everybody as best they can, and Anton Poiker moves up into 6th. So he's surely going to be knocking on the door of the podium now. So the top possible 3, they're all in a group. Those 3 will definitely have to get a move on. Was that Bunny going? No, Bunny's fine. He's still going in the proper right direction and maybe sideways, but here it's perfectly acceptable. Look at the speed of Anton Poiker coming through. There's no stopping him this way around. So let's have a look. Let's have a little recap at the front. We've got Perchon still in 1st place. We've got Big Dan in 2nd as well. They've dropped Koikart. Koikart was in 2nd, so possibly a small mistake maybe made on his behalf. It hasn't cost him too much, but it's got a little bit of a gap to work up on now. But does Koi be able to make it up? Is this going to be Perchon's first? No, don't say it, because otherwise it won't happen. Don't say it, Big Dan. No, keep going down. It's got Harvey in 4th. Oh, just mellowing out a little bit now. Everything all seems to be fine. They might be finding a way to really get these cars coming round. And here comes Anton Poiker. He's up into 5th. You can tell the kind of speed that Anton Poiker is absolutely bringing to the snow. He was miles away from the rest of everybody. He's now knocking on 4th. If he can keep it pointing in the right direction. The car wanted to go right, the front wanted to go left, Anton Poiker wanted to go straight, and he's got it back under control now. Watch him just take this first corner. Look at it, slings it all round, screaming the engine to its absolute limit. Beautifully well done by Anton Poiker, and Harvey is doing quite well to hold him off. And I can imagine the front 3 will be screaming at Harvey, saying, hold him up as best you can. We want this podiums. We want things as they are now. Hold off that Finnish driver. I can imagine he's doing it all well. But here comes Anton Poiker. He screams through on the outside. Beautiful. But he's able to slow it down for the first corner. No, he didn't. He clamped the barrier a little bit. It's a good job there, made of the strongest material known to man. Otherwise he'd have gone flying through that. So Anton Poiker up into 4th. Bunny as well in 6th, not making the impact I thought he would do, and he's got Homesick Alien for company. Have these two, there is a bit of a gap in the championship between these two, but I can imagine that Homesick will want to minimise the amount of points he loses in this race, but with a comfortable gap between himself and Big Dan, who's 2nd in the championship, I can imagine he won't be wanting to drop too many points, but I'm sure he'll be happy to take this, because he can always just class it as a drop round. Rito in 8th as well. He's dropped back a little bit from Homesick Alien, and unfortunately we've got Bazza and Pat in their own little fight, so even all the way down in 9th and 10th there's still battles to behold. It looks like they're currently the only people close enough to each other. But we'll have a look at the front and be told I was completely wrong, as Big Dan having a look look at the inside of Perchon. Perchon slides around the outside. Can Big Dan take advantage of it? No, he can't. He can't quite get the traction. So Perchon holds on to first place at the moment, but he knows that one small mistake and Big Dan is going to punish him for it. As we see, he just slides around, he hits the barriers. It shows that how difficult it is to control these cars in the snow, and we've got Koikart for company as well. So Koikart has made up that gap, and it's now a three-way fight for first place. But how long is that going to be? Because in the background we see Anton Poiker. He is making moves, and he's going to be making even more moves if he catches up to these three. So these three will be wanting to put their foot down as best as they can to hold off the flying Finn. But how long are they going to be able to hold them off more, as he's not all that far behind him. He does have the fastest lap with a 54.1. Doesn't get it this round. A 55.6 from him the last time. A 57 from Coy, a 58 from Dan, and a 57 from Perchon. So Anton Poiker clearly the faster man on the track at the moment. So it's just all going to be a guessing game of whether he can get to the front or not. Harvey, meanwhile, in 5th place, doing quite well. It's not been a half bad round for him so far. So is he going to be able to hold off 5th place and get even more chunky points for his championship battles? There's Bunny as well, our experienced dirt racing driver, seems to be having trouble with the snow. I thought he would be doing better, I'm not going to lie, but it's not to say that it's his fault. This track is very, very tricky. We've got Homesick Alien in 7th as well, showing that even the best can be beaten by a little bit of terraining. Got Rito in 8th as well, doing his best to try and catch up. Look at it, going around sideways. It's virtually sideways. Beautifully done. Absolutely cracking from Rito. Bazza as well. Obviously not a fan of the snow. Probably looking forward to just putting this race to bed and say, you're done now, off you go. And Pat as well, probably wanting to put this one to bed, but maybe 10th. But as I always say, it's still more points than people who didn't turn up. So far, Perchon's still holding on to that lead, but here comes Big Dan. He's having a sniff on the inside, but he can't get the momentum out of the corner, so Perchon holds him off for the time being. And there's Anton Poiker. He's up to 3rd. What happened to Coy? Did Coy make a small mistake, or was it just a case of he can't hold off that rocket-powered Finnish driver on the snow, and he's going to be knocking on? He's going to be knocking at the other two at the moment. What an absolute performance and a half from Anton Poiker. These two have really got a fight on their hands now, but they don't need to fight each other. They just need to keep it pointing in the right direction. Work together as a team to hold off Anton Poiker for as long as they can. And we're down to the last minute. This is how much I'm enjoying these. I'm enjoying these so much that I'm losing track of time. I wish my work would go this quickly. So Perchon is still holding off the lead. Is Big Dan having a look on the inside? Yes, he does. Big Dan takes the lead. And we are going to get another lap in. So is Big Dan going to stretch out that gap as best as he can? Because here comes Poiker. Here comes the Poiker. You definitely know he's going to take 2nd place from Perchon. He loses it a little bit. He's just going on the inside. I don't know if that's track limits, but I think in this sort of terrain, like track limits, what are these? What are these? Oh, is Perchon going to get it around the outside? No, he can't. So Big Dan just holds him off. And I tell you what, Dan, you're in the chat. Have you won any races so far? Have you won any races? Oh, yes, you have. You have. I do remember one. So is Dan going to get another win? A rarity indeed. Is he going to hold him off? We're on the final lap. People are crossing the line. I do apologise. It's Rito and Bazza and Pat coming through as well. I do apologise, but well done, chaps. There's Big Dan. Is he going to hold off the Poiker? I think he is. Everybody clap your hands. It's the Big Earth, Dan Earth, and he comes home and takes the win. Well done. Anton Poiker coming home in 2nd. Kudos to Poiker. We'll get to you. Perchon gets 3rd as well. Well done, mate. Here comes Coy getting 4th place. He'll be loving it, and we'll pretend we didn't see that. Here comes Bunny in 5th place. And Harvey coming as well in 6th. And last to cross the line is Homesick Alien, which we'll believe there. Wowzers. Wow. Whew. Oh, let us calm. Oh my word, that's some chat and a half I've got to catch up with. Right, I'll catch up with these first. Where was I? That was it. It's Thingy! Hello, Thingy! Howdy do, good sir, if is F1 backwards. 1F? Have I missed something there? We have Koi. It was hard rave, but it was a hard race, I assume. It was a hard race, but it was fun. It looks fun. I wish I could have taken the day off just to go, can I just join you in this race, please? Because I like snow. Well, I just like off-roading, but there we go. We've got Thingy-Majig again. Hello, Thingy. They should do rolling starts on the reverse grids to give the front runners something. Well, I think that man would say different, but I don't know. But then again, I suppose he might agree. That's one for debating. We've got Thingy to do. Yes. We've got Ensign Hewitt. Hi, Thingy. Hello, Yep, you say hello. Hello, everyone. Big Dan as well. Such a tough race. Struggled to find the right line and when to shift up. Wasn't sure to rev it out or short shift. Experience tells me you rev it out. And that's my motto. When in doubt, flat out. That's my motto. I'd like to advise that we don't endorse this on the main roads. We only endorse, when in doubt, flat it out on a racetrack where nobody can be physically hurt and all laws are abided for. We do not condone that kind of behaviour on the real roads. We've got Coy as well. Good evening, good sir. Oh, yes, Thingy as well. Track limits. I think these can be excused for this one, mate. We have a Skyjacker as well. Gutted I missed this round. Was well looking forward to it. I can imagine you are gutted. I'm gutted I missed it, and I'm not even in it. Although this is probably as close as I'll get, but hey-ho. Let's have a look. I think we're just saying, go Big Dan, smash it. He did smash it. We'll get to that in a minute. Big Dan, I certainly smashed the car. No doubt. I've had a few podiums this year. Yes, you have had a few podiums, but I don't know if you've had a win this year. I know you had no, you did have a win this year. Because you won one of the Rally X races. I should know you beat me. I believe that was a win for you there, and that was this. Hang on, wasn't that last year? Oh God, I'm losing. No, it was last year. Oh no, so this will be your first race of this year. I seriously need a memory upgrade. Thingamage as well. Big Dan just smashed. Oh, I'm not repeating that. Well, not the rest of it anyway. Shame on you, Thingy. I hope you don't need my mum. She's a sweet old lady. And, oh, we have Bazza. Hopefully the last one on snow. Dreadful. And, oh, we have Chicken Bread. Hello, Chicken Bread. Just discovered this channel. Love it. Well, that's great to hear, my friend. Well, if you just discovered, if you've missed the start, this is basically not our main sort of thing. This is just a one-off race thing, but we don't normally do this kind of racing, but we do race all the time. We're on Discord. Search Virtual Racers Club. We're all on there. I'm not very good at advertising. Anybody experienced here will know what my gist is, but I'm taking far too long, so let's go through it. So, Big Dan getting another podium and a win. A rarity indeed. Let us glorify in the biggest Daneth. Win. Beautifully done. Anton Poika in second. What a comeback. Well, it was a big smash-up. A big smash-up on the first lap. Saw him drop all the way to the back and well away from everybody, but the pure speed and finesse of the Finnish driver on the snow. And he caught second, and he wasn't that far behind Big Dan neither. But it's still a podium, so well done, Anton Poika, and well done, Big Dan. Perch on as well in third. Well done, good sir. I don't know how well he's done for podiums. I think it might actually be his first ever podium. So welcome to the podium, my good sir. Bask in the champagne, or the virtual champagne that they dish out. I don't know, we're cheapskates. In fourth is Koika. Another good round for him, not the podium, but it's still fourth place. He's having quite a cracking round, this current round at the moment, round 5, that's where we go. Bunny in fifth, not making the impact, as I keep saying, it's not the impact I thought he would do, considering he's good in the dirt, but what do I know? He could come back and race 3 and prove us all wrong. Harvey in 6th, that's another good set of points for him. That's a big chunk as well. That's going to help him out. Homesick Alien in 7th. Rarity that we have to pause on you crossing the line last, but hey ho, I guess there's always a first for everything these days, isn't there? But Homesick Alien in 7th. Yeah, Rido in 8th as well. That's a good chunk of points for him. As for Bazza, but it's clearly stated he's not looking forward to, or isn't enjoying this set of races. So, but hey ho, you still turned up. That's dedication for you. Good dedication. And Pat as well, struggling in the snow, and it happened again, didn't it? I thought he would do well, and he didn't. I am not good at this. I really should stop saying things. I shouldn't just say anything at all, should I? So let's go on to round 3. Maybe I could do a silent commentary. I'm going to just sit here and just point out things and let your imagination imagine what I'm going to say. And then nothing would ever happen. No bad things would happen at all. Right, the results are going to be revealed, so do not look at it. Stop! I will. There we go. It was so quick I didn't even see who it was. So, right, let us pause there. Now, you will have to forgive me, ladies and germs, but I am not designed for this. I wasn't built for this. What the hell was that? Can I hear knocking? What? Oh dear. Oh, my apologies. I had someone at the door looking for a lost cat. Another rarity. So, round 3. Is everything set up? No, it is not. There we go. It's all done. So, it's a reverse grid of the race 2 results. So, oh, excuse me. Oh. As our good friend would say, it's the Windy Pops. Oh, right, so we have Bazza on pole. Bazza, for goodness sakes. Remember when I said I was the Wish.com of Thingamajig? Yeah, I still stand by that. Anyway, so we have Pat on pole. We have Bazza in 2nd, Rido in 3rd, Homesick 4th, Harvey in 5th, Bunny in 6th, Coy in 7th, Perchon in 8th, Poika in 9th, and Big Dan in 10th. So, what surprising results are we going to get now? So, let's rewind. And I know it's a night time. I know I say I'm not a fan of the night races. However, in this circumstances, in this current state, I'm happy with it. Because it could mean just more chaos. But let us enjoy. So we have 5 lights, and away we go, and Pat managed to hold off so far. No lightning start from Rito this time around. As they come up to the first corner, they're all trying to squeeze into one corner. It's a good job it's a very wide corner, otherwise they'll never fit through. And who's going to capitalise on it? Bunny squeezes through. Not much in the form of chaos. We managed to get through the first corner quite beautifully. So Bunny proving me wrong already and has managed to make his way up into first from 5th or 6th, I think it was. And Harvey as well has moved up into second. Poor Pat has dropped to third. Not the start he'll be looking for, but then again this hasn't been the round for him, so probably just looking forward to finishing this. Rito in 4th. He's already got Anton Poika for company. Anton Poika really meaning business already. He started in 9th, he's already in 5th. That shows how much he's wanting to get in front and just take off with it. Bazza in 6th. Got Mosing down in 7th. Dropping places left, right and centre. There's Big Dan in 8th. Not having the best start he thought he would. Koikarp in 9th and Perchon down in 10th. But he was down in the grid, so he's the biggest loss so far. So, what are you going now? Look how gorgeous that blue is. That is beautiful. Oh, it's blue lights, that's why. Why would you have blue lights? You'd think they'd be white or something. Or am I missing something? There you go. Now it's white. Why are they blue all the way back there? But meanwhile, Bunny is running away with it, so the battle is all the way down here with Harvey. And Lighting does have a Mario Kart vibe. Yeah, I can imagine it does actually, but you're putting me off. Anyway, so Harvey's managed to hold off. Koikarp in second. Harvey soaking up that so much pressure from the Finnish driver. Oh, he's just missed the back end a little bit, but once he finds his stride, there's going to be no stopping him. Got Bazza in 4th. He's moved up. Oh, wow, where has Bazza come from? Where has Bazza come from? I could have sworn he was further down than that. And he's got Homesick for company in 5th. And is he going to have a look on the inside? No, he doesn't. No, they both stick to the inside. There's Bazza sliding all the way to the outside. Maybe that's where his issue was, just in the first corner, just sliding it out there. Koikarp in 6th as well. He's moving up as well. Doing incredibly well this round. Is he going to make it 3 for 3 for good rounds? We've got Perchon in 7th as well, who's dropped back quite a bit. Oh, it's Pat, unfortunately. Oh dear, the poor chap's probably just looking forward to putting this one to bed. Whoa, what? Oh, that was Koi! Koi having an absolute mare of a corner just then. It looks like he went straight head into the barrier. And we've got another yellow flag. Who is it this time? We'll flick it through. No, it's just probably the game being stupid. But Anton Poika has moved up into second place. And now his hunt for the Bunny is on. Bunny's really got some work on his hands now to keep the Flying Finn away from him. With Bunny having the fastest lap at the moment, but that could change. I can imagine this lap now that Anton Poika's got no one in front of him except Bunny. He can just put his foot down and make up all the time that he's lost. And is this going to be another win for Anton Poika? Harvey in 3rd as well, doing quite well to stay on the podium so far. And I've said it, and I'm probably going to ruin it, but hopefully Harvey will prove me wrong for once and hold out for 3rd place. Bazza in 4th as well. He's come alive in this last race. Probably wondering, well, why weren't I doing this to start with? But he's already said that he wasn't a fan of this and is not wanting to come back anytime soon. If he gets a good result here, he may change his mind. And Big Dan squeezes through in under Homesick Alien. I can't find him. There he is. Big Dan squeezing through under Homesick Alien. So Homesick Alien drops to 5th. Big Dan now on his hunt for the Belgian of Bazza. That's going to be interesting to see because these two do have their own championship fight on their hands. There's not much in the way of points between them, so they've got their own little fight on, and they'll probably be wanting to scrape at every single point. But with Big Dan winning the last race, you can imagine he's extended that gap between himself and Bazza even more so, especially with Bazza getting some poor results in the first 2 races. So I'd say it's advantage Dan here, but we'll be wanting to increase it even more so. Homesick Alien as well in 6th, trying to catch them down, probably trying to minimise as much points loss as he can, but he does have a comfortable lead. So, oh no, Big Dan's lost the back end. Here comes Homesick on the inside. He just can't quite get the traction down as Big Dan managed to hold him off. No, he hasn't. He's dropped to 6th. So Big Dan's got that work to do again. Perchon in 7th. He's moved up a fair amount. He's Oh no, has he lost it? Oh, he's lost it. The back end kicking out over the bumps. Oh dear. Oh no, he's managed to survive so far for Coy, but Coy was knocking at the door at the front, so he's going to be kicking himself. And I have to admit, actually, that rapid fit does look pretty good in the blue lights. It's quite trippy. Oof. We've got Rito in ninth as well. He's not had the best round either, and neither has Pat, unfortunately. So he does have the traction control, so I don't know if that's going to be helping him or hindering. So that might be an issue. I don't know. I'm not the expert, but I'm telling a lie, because there's Rito. He's obviously made a mistake, so Pat now has a playmate. So you two can just duke it out and enjoy yourselves. Just enjoy the snow. So meanwhile, at the front, Bonnie is still holding off that pressure from Anton Poiker, although the gap has decreased, but Bonnie still has the fastest lap. Anton Poiker isn't making up the grounds I thought he would be. And maybe he's just luring us into a false sense of security and wait for the last few laps until he unleashes every little bit of horsepower of that Subaru just to help him catch up. You see, he's just making a few tiny little areas, just banging the barriers. It is to be expected on this track. It is incredibly slippy out there, as you can see, but I don't know if that was lag, but I could be wrong. Harvey as well, maintaining third. He's doing a good race so far. He's managing to hold off his competitors, and is Harvey going to do this? He's got Bazza closing in quite quickly from behind, who's got Jose Alien just as close behind him, and he's got Big Dan for company as well. Big Dan tight on his rear end, sniffing what octane he's on, and he just can't seem to find the back end. There it is, DRS wide open as we go over the massive bump. There we go, coming down to the first corner. This is where the tricky spot is. Oh, the back. Oh no, there's the big bump. The Scandi flick. There we go, and he screams through on the inside on Homesick Alien. Is he going to get the Homesick? No, he can't. Homesick Alien holds off to fight another day because he's got his own fight on his hands with Bazza. Is he going to hold off for fourth? Perch on his seventh as well. I think he might be starting to gain that small pack in front of him. He's gaining a little bit, but all that fighting they're doing up front is just going to help him out and bring him into play. Koikap in eighth as well. Poor lad, he was up at the front. We've got a yellow flag, and it doesn't appear to be anybody. No, everybody's all going in the right direction. So it's probably the game. Not a big fan of cars going so slowly around here. Thinks the yellow flag, and there's Harvey in front. There's Harvey in front. That's how close the top. Well, not the third, fourth, fifth, and sixth are. Well, this is going to end up being a three-way fight for third place. Who's going to come out on top of this one, I wonder? Perch, I'm going to be invited into this party as well. He wants a piece of this pie. He's quite close to them, swings around the outside, letting the back end go loose. Well done. Yeah, you can see he's gains a bit of ground because these three are absolutely scrapping it out. I'm going to have to go to the front because we've got Bunny and Anton Poiker fighting it out for the lead. Bunny so far managing to hold off. But how long can he soak up that pressure of Anton Poiker? Did he go over the bump? He's not all that far behind. He's just having a look on the outside. He's staying away from the toe. Probably a smart move. Just wanted to keep control. Hit the braking area. Lets the back end slide out. Here we go. Is he going to have a look? But he slides it out to the outside to look for the most traction. Anton Poiker lets the back end kick out, not wanting to give him much of a headway. So we've now got a bit of a scrap for first place with our experienced dirt racer and our snow person. I couldn't think of the right words. He's used to driving on the snow, isn't he, really? So it's all that experience kicking in for him. And oh no, has he gone too hot? He's gone too hot. He's hit the barrier. Is Bunny going to be able to capitalise? No, but Anton Poiker's still there, and he screams through into the lead on the inside, completely proving me wrong. So Anton Poiker has retaken the lead, and is that done and dusted now? Is this going to be another win for him? Just over 5 minutes left on the clock, so Bunny has still got a bit of time to come back at the finish driver, but he's got to put all of his skills to use, and as he does, he's having a look. They've come together a little bit again, but Bunny does take the lead once again. Wowzers. You couldn't put a cigarette paper between these two. They're so close to one another. Bunny using all of his dirt experience with Anton using all his snow experience. There's no telling who's going to come out on top of this one. It's a cracker of a cracker. Beautifully done. Let's have a look down here and see how Harvey's doing. He's doing okay in third. He's pulled out a bit of a gap to Bazza, so Bazza just can't seem to find an answer for Harvey. Maybe he just applied a little bit more of the pressure to make him make a mistake, but he can't make a mistake himself because he's got Homesick Alien right on his trumpet. He's got Big Dan with him as well, completely sideways, virtually sideways. It's beautifully done, beautifully well done by our drifting master, our drifting sensei, if you will, showing us all how to go sideways in the cracking style. Perch on as well, he's lost ground a little bit to them, so probably looking up to maybe poising for an attack, maybe waiting for the right moment to strike. And he's gotten a lot closer to Big Dan. Big Dan must have made a mistake in that corner, and meanwhile further up, Homesick Alien is now a lot closer to the Bazza. So this one we're definitely going to have to keep our eye on. We'll go further down, see how everybody's doing. Koikap is in 8th. He hasn't got anybody in front of him, and there's a big gap behind him. So he's had a good first 2 rounds, so he probably won't be too disappointed with this one. Probably maybe wishing he could have done a little bit better. We've got Rito as well in 8th, who has got Pat for company. So these two have been duking it out this whole time, and it's lovely to see. Bunny as well. Bunny still holding off the lead. He's extended a gap between himself and Anton Poika as he found an answer to the Finnish driver, I wonder. Is Bunny going to steal the win from him this time around? So it won't go all of Anton Poika's way. Just goes to show that even though Anton Poika is clearly the quicker driver here, he's not making it capitalise, but he just has the fastest lap for this round. It still goes to Bunny. But Anton's gone through, and they're going side by side. Oh, who's going to win this one? They're still side by side. Has it got no? Anton Poika's just moved on into the inside, waiting for that first corner to come through. And here we go, hard on the brakes into the corner, letting the back end kick out as Anton Poika goes to the inside and lets it slide out. But Bunny just goes straight for the outside and takes the lead again. Wow, as they're about to lap Pat. That's how quickly these two are going, which I thought would probably be how it would have gone for the previous 2 races. Bunny just giving a flash to Pat saying, get out of the way, I've got an absolute rocket behind me and I don't want to be losing any time. Pat pulls over to the side. He's not letting it through though, but chances are Bunny will easily squeeze through. He'll easily find a way around. Imagine that Pat won't be wanting to get in the mix of this fight. 2 minutes, under 2 minutes. I said we've got under 2 minutes left, and there we go. Finally getting past Pat, and now Anton Poika will have the same as well. So far, Harvey has managed to extend. He's got himself a gap between himself and Bazza. Is that just the good pace from Harves, or is that Bazza just making a small mistake? He just gets the barrier on the outside there. But Perchon's in 5th as well. He's managed to overtake Homesick. So Homesick has dropped. He's managed. It was a mistake. No, Perchon's got ahead of Big Dan and Homesick Alien because Big Dan was behind Homesick Alien. Oh, the back end snaps out of him there, and he's going to. Oh, he fights for control. And you can just see just how much of a struggle it is for them on this weathered track, on this snow. That's what I'm looking for. Weathered. We've got Rito in 9th as well. He's managed to drop Pat a little bit, and I think that was Anton Poika. No, he isn't. So Anton Poika has Anton Poika's in the lead. Where has that come from? Anton Poika. I'll tell you what, I will go back for this one because this is for the lead. So there we go. We have Bunny and Anton Poika fighting out for the lead. Anton does get in front of Pat. It was just a small mistake from Bunny as Anton Poika slams it on the outside but manages to hold it all in one place. Bunny reaching around that corner but can't quite get the traction. So Anton Poika makes easy work of Bunny and looks like he's on his course for win number 2 of this round. Bunny in 2nd will have definitely something to say about that. Pat coming through. We said 3rd then. Oh god. So Harvey holding it off. We've still got Bazza and Perchon fighting out for 5th now. Who's going to come out on top of this one? Bazza seems to have the advantage at the moment, but Perchon will be coming back in, coming down to that first corner. Homesick in 6th as well. 6s and 7s. It's still a good result. It's still a good championship buffer for him, so I think he'll be perfectly happy with this. Coin as well in 7th. I think he was in 8th. It was Big Dan. Oh yeah, we had Dan having a big snap. You can see there, just doing the Scandi flick and absolutely screaming the engine out. Lovely. But we'll have to skip to the front because they're going to cross and whoa! And no, Rito comes across Anton Poika, but it doesn't look like it's affected him badly, and Anton Poika comes through once again to win race 3. Bunny comes home through in 2nd, Rito crosses the line in 9th, as Pat does in 10th, and Harvey, you little demon, he comes through and takes 3rd place. It's another non-regular podium finisher coming through to take 3rd place. Well done, Harvey. If that's your first ever podium, well done, sir. Perchon coming through to take 4th. He had 3rd in the last round, so he'll be happy with 4th. Bazza and Homesick nearly landed on top of Bazza. Koi comes up in 7th, and Big Dan comes on to finish. I'm sorry. Poor Koi Cap. It's just been flattened by Homesick. I'm going to watch that again, sorry. I want to watch that again, that was brilliant. Please leave me alone. I find little humour in things these days, but that tickled me. Let's have a look in here. Over he goes. Oh, hang on, it was battery flattened, not Croy. That's how silly I am. Oh, God. Oh, dear, let's... Okay. Let's... All is calm in the universe. So, Anton Poika comes home for another win in race 3. That's... Wrong button. There we go. So Anton Poika comes through to win race 3. That's 2 races from this round. So that's going to catapult him in the championship. And is he going to be making up lost ground to Homesick Alien now, I wonder? Bunny in 2nd. First time we've seen him on the podium for this round. Not the kind of results I was expecting from him, but it just goes to show that it doesn't matter what track it's on. Anybody can have good rounds and bad rounds. And it would appear that Bunny didn't have the best of rounds this one, but it's still a 2nd place. That's still points for him. Well done, Bunny. Harvey, you little diamond, coming home in 3rd. He's going to be absolutely chuffed to bits with that. You should do as well, mate. Well done. Perchon in 4th. That's going to be a good haul of championship points for him as well in his little scraps. A 3rd in a podium in the previous round and 4th here. And can't remember what he got in the first, but it's going to be a good chunk of points for him. Bazza as well. He says he doesn't like snow, but he got a 5th in this race, although having said he got a good race once out of 3 is probably not much to go on, but you were doing fine. It's just being off the track is probably a lot different to being on the track, and takes a little bit more and a little bit different of driving style as well, but you'll get the hang of it, mate. Trust me, dirt's fun and snow. Homesick Alien in 6th place. He'll be looking to put this one out of the way. Not the kind of results he would be expecting, but it could be good for a drop score result for him, so he won't be dropping too many points to his rivals in the championship, so maybe he'll be taking that one. That could be your constellation prize, Homesick. You didn't get a podium, but it can be your drop score, so it's probably even better for you at the end of the day, am I right? Koi Cap in 7th. He was doing so well in the previous 2 races, but in the 3rd one, just wasn't able to put a 3rd one together, but still got a good chawl of points, so I'm sure he'll be pleased with that. Big Dan in 8th place, the winner of round 2, finishing in 8th. Probably not the result he was expecting, but he did say that he was having trouble with the Subaru in the snow, but proving that he loves a bit of sideways action. He'll probably wishing, I want more, please. Rito in 9th place as well. Probably not the round he was looking forward to either. He didn't get a good set of results, but it's still points at the end of the day. Same for you, Pat. You may have finished last on each race, but it's still a good chunk of points over your rivals, so that's always something to draw back on, is you're getting points more than other people who didn't turn up. So never mind at the end of the day, mate. And wowzers, what a set of races. God, do you know, when I've realised that this was going to be on the snow last week, I've been so eager to get this done. I nearly did it midweek because I just couldn't contain my excitement, but I can't imagine the neighbours would be too happy of me screaming like a schoolgirl, we will say, giddy with excitement about being on snow and being woken up at like 3 o'clock in the morning. So I managed to calm down and just say, no, we will wait to the weekend, then you can have all the fun you want. You can indulge yourself on the weekend. And what a set of races that we had. 2 wins from Anton Poika and a rare victory for Big Dan as well. He's going to be absolutely chuffed with that. They all should be chuffed with themselves, really. It's not the easiest of races on the snow, but it's good fun. Come on. Can't tell me you lot didn't have fun. And if you did, you're a liar. I don't care what anybody says. But there we go. Now we'll move on to tomorrow, where I will be doing round 4, I think it is. Round 4 of the Renault Megane Trophy. That's going to be an exciting one as well, with Homesick and Racer Brown in their torch championship fight between themselves. There's fights all over that space all over that place in the championship, all their own little fights, and that's definitely going to be something to look forward to. And there we go. Shall we put this one to bed and say we enjoyed ourselves so much? So all of those out in YouTube land, if you would like to hit like, subscribe, and touch that little bell so that you get notifications of every time I do this, although it's probably easier to remember that I do this normally on a weekend at this sort of time. But I suppose having the notifications on is a good reminder. It's like, oh, he's doing it now, just while I'm eating my food. How inappropriate of you. Also, yes, we are on Discord. If you go to Discord and search Virtual Racers Club, you'll see us all there. You'll meet this lumping idiot and everybody else. I mean, not Anton, I mean myself. I'm pointing to myself because I've got to remember I don't have a camera here. But yes, you'll meet this speaking lump of an idiot and everybody else here at the Virtual Racers Club. We're all friendly chaps. We all like a bit of a banter and a little jibe at each other here and there, but it's all in good fun, and you'll get to know of all of our up-and-coming races, and what a set of races we have got coming up, especially a season that I am very looking forward to. But I shall reveal all soon. Dun, dun, dun. I was your broadcaster and commentator, insert comical name here, and I will see you all tomorrow for the Renault Megane Trophy Round 4. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye. I don't want this to wait. I don't want to stop the snow races, honestly.